Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let's talk about Mohbad. I've actually avoided Mohbad's story for a while because I'm like, okay, all right, this is like what is going on here. If you're wondering who Mohbad is, you don't know who Mohbad is. Mohbad is he's a guy that unfortunately lost his life back in September 2023 after more than a year long of just fighting for his life. He was extremely afraid for his life. But his main legacy is the fact that he was an upcoming artist. He was an upcoming rock star, Afrobeat artist that really, he was upcoming. He was trying to make the most out of his life. But to me, it seemed like he was also, from my standpoint, it seemed like he was also a troubled kid a little bit, Seemed like he was also a troubled kid. But maybe it's because of the household he came out of. He definitely had somewhat of a troubled childhood, considering the conduct of the father ever since his passing. There's been a lot of drama around certain people advocating to do a DNA test on his child. That was the child was only 5 months old when he passed. There's no documented questioning from him of the paternity validity of his child. But first of all, a young man influencer, a very dark man, started making a bunch of noise about they should do a DNA test on the child that his ex-wife Wumi has for him. But anyway, right now there's been a lot of drama around the family. It looks like the family there are also a bunch of mad people in the family. And this particular lady here, the widow's sister, Wumi's sister, came on the internet and started I'm like, this is what mad. She's dragging her own sister. Literally dragging her own sister. Can you believe that? So hopefully you guys will be able to hear this, but I'm going to play this video. This lady here. So now she's saying, if me Karimo, your own sister, that we fed on the same breasts, that we came from the same bosoms, that if I ever thought any bad towards you, Wumi, she's saying this on the live on the internet. Okay, I'm just playing this from Mr. Blog Niger. Let's keep going. If I ever thought any evil to you after your husband passed, that God should judge her. She's swearing basically. All right, let's see what else she's saying. She said all our ups and downs as your husband passed away, and I've been walking up and down. She's been basically struggling to help her. Family members are dangerous. Family and friends are dangerous when it comes to some of these issues. I know we talk about relationships and marriages here, right? The issue is that they mean well oftentimes, but then they completely go left. They don't necessarily, there's a blurry line between they're trying to help you and they make the issues about themselves. Particularly when we talk about relationship and marriage, of course. But in this case, it's a battle between Wumi, the widow, and the family of the demised husband. And the wife is supposed to be helping, but now she's found herself in a position where she's now dragging her own sister on the internet. Yes, she is effectively dragging her own sister. When you're going through this kind of turmoils, I know you think family is everything, but particularly when you need them to just have a shoulder to rest on, they cannot help you with your relationship issues. They can't. There might be one out of about 25 immediate family members that has that kind of wisdom. Highly unlikely. Okay? But there's a blurring line between they're trying to help you, but then they've made the issues about, and the issue is that they can only see the tip of the iceberg of what you went through in your relationship. So they don't have the full context. When they get when they hear just about 1/10 of the actual story or less, right? They start creating emotions out of it. They feel some type of way on your behalf, but it's literally moving further and further away from the actual pictures, and they will act from that place, and they will create more damages for you. They will make the issues worse for you. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, wait until you hit rock bottom. It will make sense. So now she's talking about all the ups and downs she's done, all the sacrifice that I stayed with you, right? Right? So now she's basically blackmailing her. Like, I did all this upside and down for you that God should judge her. She's going to make an accusation, obviously. That's what we're going with this, right?
You guys didn't tell me anything about this guy.
They said nobody told her anything about Mohbad. Maybe that's why you should have, like, slow down if you are trying to help her. Like, help her from a place of be a shoulder to cry on. Don't jump into the issues like you know everything. If you didn't know anything, why are you so involved in the stories? By the way, she's a normal person. Most people do that. I'm letting you know right now, most people do that. When we're talking about in-laws, we're talking about mother-in-laws. I'll never be mean. All of you will do it. If you don't understand these things from an intellectual standpoint, as in like you actually took the time to study these things. Most of us, we did not fall out of the skies with this knowledge. Right? We're just trying to help our sibling. We're just trying to help our family. So we jump in there, we're trying to protect them, effectively hurting them if you're not being careful.
I decided to stood by you.
Bitibao. She decided to stick by her so that they don't lie against her, right? Because she was all out there and defending her sister. I stood by you. And now you are doing all kind of stuff. They said I should be quiet and be quiet and be quiet.
I have come out publicly.
She said I've come out publicly, obviously.
Publicly to say that I am not going to say anything about you again. But anybody
so if she said everything you've been doing to me underneath, nobody knows. So why are you saying that to the public again? Now, we can say she's faking it. They're just trying to draw drama. A whole man lost his life. Really? A whole 27-year-old man lost his life. We're just going to create content around that and make some money? Is that how this works? I just want to address that real quick before I continue. No, this is not acting or anything like that. This is real.
Saturday, Liam. Let me platform. They came out for me. They dragged me.
They came out for me. They dragged me. So it becomes about me. It's no longer about Mohbad. Remember, it started as justice for Mohbad. It's no longer, it hasn't been about justice for Mohbad for a while, by the way. It has been about a bunch of strange bloggers, which is why I stopped. I just look at some of these bloggers addressing this issue. I'm like, I think I'm good. Right? But I just want you to see what this looks like when you run to your family. If you're going through stuff and you run to your family or your most immediate friend who can relate with your pain and you start telling them your issues, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself. It's possible you might have one really small, wise one that really understand. It's highly unlikely. I'm letting you know right now, it's very unlikely.
Osha was saying she's going to drag my credibility on the street of social media. Credibility will ever drag.
She said credibility. They said they were trying to drag her credibility. So they said, what credibility? The one that I built for myself?
Social media is not my life.
Social media has become her life, either she likes it or not.
Social media doesn't pay my bills.
Wait until they show you how much money you can make on it. You're creating content for free right now. Eventually, you probably will justify, like, maybe I can make some money out of this drama. Go and ask Justin.
Social media doesn't pay my bills and it is not my life. So you can't drag my credibility and it over drag credibility about your life with Tertiary. Of course, when we started this course, I thought you guys are for us. She
thought the social media street was for them when they started the battle. Essentially, you lack the spirit of discernment. You never knew. You didn't aware, like Nedu would say. you didn't aware.
I never expected it.
You thought social media was on your side.
Not be juju be that.
Let's keep going.
I spoke with you guys.
So she's been saying stuff behind the scenes that could be used against her. That's what she's saying right now. She said, all the things I have spoken to you guys behind the scenes, if you don't bring them out, it no go better for you.
You said I spoke for you for about 3 hours. 3 hours, Tony Mofibe, so you be sharing more.
3 hours from a person's life to be talking to bloggers about stuff you didn't know anything about this man. You remain small now.
Not be juju be that.
Okudie kato.
Oh, two things. One, Kimakia, you are still here. You are still here with me. Just 3 hours, any more people so long with me, bro. Oh, Timo, Timo, Pai, so long, you're along with me. To buy Jacob, Lemulo, Taffy, Bow, me, so me.
So basically, the bloggers have created division between their own family too, essentially. That's what this is. So now she's taken to social media street to go and tell the whole world that, hey, you know, I guess the sister is starting to doubt her or telling her to calm down. Let's handle it, because also she's had her own outburst too, right? The street does not love anybody. The street loves nobody. Okay, you jump out to the street and you start sharing your matters. The street, okay, this is part of power intelligence, okay, or street intelligence, if you will. The street loves nobody. Wait, family loves you, yes, they just don't have the skills to navigate these issues, okay? Especially when they mix in with the streets. Especially when you're dealing with social media streets, it is viral, you know. And then you try to control the narrative and retract, will it work? You're just gonna have to have that same patience that you didn't have in the beginning, to actually listen actively, to pay attention. All right. She said etitomi, which means you have found my trouble now. Okay, you have, is that, say that right? You have found my trouble and you will see trouble.
Please help me.
Is it go viral? What do you mean it cannot go viral? It's go viral. You're on the internet. The internet is not your mate.
Share. Help me keep sharing this.
Oh, she's asking, help me keep sharing.
Help me keep sharing.
She said it's unfortunate people that are the most people among them. Okay, so now she's back talking to Wumi. Wumi, what? She said, Wumi, your reign of shame is now, how do you say that? How do you say that though? It's now turned into a cloud. It's about to rain. Okay? Your shame has turned into a cloud. It's going to rain. To your own sister on the internet. Why? How bad could it get? Could it get any worse? She just called her own sister Olori Buruku. Wait, what? Oh, she said Wumi told people that she's not the one who introduced her to son lawyer Falana.
October, we were at Odogbolu ni awa.
She said the husband has known Falana before. Okay, Wumi is now saying Wumi has become enemy with her sister. Sadly, this is sad. Okay, this is very sad. She's accusing this sister of she only knows what she's about to eat, that she only knows what she's going to chop, which is she go chop, like she's alatenuje, like she's what do you call it, that she's what do you call it, she's only cares about what she's going to eat anyway, So once you've gotten what you want, chop, you just throw them away with the bath water.
Mo ti ń ṣe sùúrù àwọn tèmi tí ní kí n ṣe sùúrù but enough is enough. Àwọn tẹ́ wá ṣe show fún mi. Ojoojúmọ́ báyìí ni màmá jáde tí màmá ṣe show fún ẹ. Màá ṣe show fún ẹ.
She said she would do show for her own sister. Is that what? Did she say sister? I hope she's not talking about somebody else. No, I think she's talking about the sister.
Jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà kọ́ mọ nǹkan tí mo mú mọ́ra lábẹ́ aṣọ láti jọ yìí.
Jesus.
Kọ́ mọ nǹkan tí mo mú mọ́ra tí mo dẹ̀ dákẹ́. Kọ́ máa sọ pé èmi tí mo dúró tí ẹnu ọmọ ṣe kínní. Bọ́ wọn mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. We were at Odogbolu when that call came in. That call was from Falana's daughter.
So a call came in from Falana's daughter when that was back in October. That was like around a month after the young man passed away.
And Falana's cousin. They called me.
They called?
I don't know them. Mi ò mọ̀ wọ́n.
She didn't know them.
But a friend of mine in the US saw my video on Daddy Freeze.
Remember, she was on Daddy Freeze when she was speaking about the issues. Yeah, I understand the heated situation at the time. The boy just passed away and they were trying to talk about all this. Well, it's become another issue now. This drama would not finish. She said, Olori Bukware, that means you unfortunate person, this talking about her sister, that she's still using Falana till tomorrow. That means she's presently she's still using Falana. Okay.
Falana ṣì ń lo Diola, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ lèmi ò tẹ̀ mọ́ Falana yìí, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó mọ̀ mí rí, it was the people that know me.
So it was through her eventually, people that knew her from US. She's trying to take credit. She wants her credit because through her is how they link up with Falana. Can you see what I'm saying? Small. It's a blurry line. It becomes about them and no longer about what they were trying to support you for. And sometimes it's not outrightly obvious like this. They might not jump out like this. It might just be subtle. They might come into your marriage and say, leave that person. They might say things like that. Leave that person. But you haven't left because you obviously have different things that you have to worry about beyond what they can understand. But they might be pressurizing you, right? Or they might tell you to stay with that person and you have your reason why you want to leave, right? Families are lovely. I love family. Family is everything. But you just got to know there's limitations and you have to know there's some of these nuances here. When she jumped out there, she tried to help her. Who knew that this day will come less than a year later?
I gave us that opportunity. Well, they called me. We were at Odogbolu. It was around 1 a.m. Nigeria.
This whole thing is about... Time. Let's keep going. She's repeating herself.
Nigeria time, October 2023. Falana's daughter and Falana's cousin called me. Falana's cousin was a nurse. Our daughter was a nurse. We used to work together. Falana's sister sells groceries. She has an African store here in United States. I used to purchase items for her. Falana's sister was the one that did.
She's speaking English, show.
For my daughter. That my 2-year-old, that my little daughter. It was Falana's. It was
I didn't realize the video was this long.
Sister's husband.
Yeah, sister's husband
was the one that did baby dedication for my daughter, my little daughter. It was Falana, sister's husband, that came to do my daughter.
Okay, we get it. Yes, you knew Falana before her. These people have mothers now, right? Is their mother still alive?
They put that call through 1 a.m. in the morning, Nigeria time. Me, you, and our mother, and your mother.
The policewoman. She just said her mother is not her mother again. I never expected this. I'm just watching it with you guys, okay? I'm watching this live with you.
I never expected it.
She just said her own mother is not her mother. She's about to say yai.
He shock you.
This is not funny, by the way. She says that's not my mother. Do you think this is just as simple as Mohbad? This is the nature of their relationship from their childhood. Please don't get that twisted ever. Nobody wakes up just because of this type of issue in the last 1 year, less than a year, okay, and just start cursing their mother out. No, stop the cap. It doesn't work like that. They had a certain type of relationship before in that family. Are we getting somewhere? Okay, there's going to be more and more and more. Let's keep going. Say, you are your mother and me.
We were at Odogbolu, October. We were at
She's repeating the same, but just to prove that she was the source that linked them with Falana. What does that mean? Why don't you just chill? Wait. You will get your credit eventually if you're just patient. You'll get your credit later on.
2023, 1 a.m., around 1 a.m. Nigeria time, was a conference call. They called me. I didn't know who was talking. I did not know who was talking. They introduced themselves. When they introduced themselves to me, I later said, okay, I knew who was
She's heartbroken, sure.
She gave me a contact. Money Wumi, Olorun ti pa wa se. Mi de wa mo pa wen ni ma dúró fún mi o. Ara ìwà rere. But kí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi. Tó bá yẹ pé mi kàrí mọ́.
Anyway, there's a caption here that says, Wumi, I called you for settlement last month because Agba ló máa ń gbà. Okay, so because I'm the elder one, so she called for settlement. They were arguing behind the scenes, and she called. You recorded me, and the witness you sent the voice note to my father's family, recorded and sent the voice note, and your bloggers, the same family that was already against me because of Bukky Jesse false allegations. All right, Bukky Jesse is a blogger on someone, I don't know, somewhere. Wumi, we both blocked each other. Stop conspiring against me. So you guys were disagreeing so badly, you blocked each other, you see? Anyway. Stop conspiring against me with my father's family. There are patterns everywhere. Don't come here and be arguing with me, okay? There are patterns everywhere. Sometimes I can see ahead of it. Sometimes I'm not patient enough, and I will pull it out before we get there. I'm learning my patience even better. It's getting better and better. I'll just wait to walk through it stage by stage until you see it yourself. Sometimes if you don't hit rock bottom, you won't see it. Well, it is what it is, okay? But there are patterns everywhere. These things just don't fall out of the skies, okay? Like, for example, she's not talking to her mother just like that, just because of these issues. That is the relationship she had with the mother. That is the source of things that stem from her childhood. Please don't get it twisted. Let's keep going. She said, I called you myself to talk to you after the last outburst you had. I explained some things to you while I was growing up. You recorded me and sent it to Tanwa. Some of you will come and watch it later. You follow the story. You tell me that I'm right. I don't even know the rest of the story. So basically, they've been leaking each other's voice notes, essentially. Voice notes, text messages, they're your enemy. I'm letting you know right now, okay? If you're not doing them within controlled environment, emotionally controlled environment, you will hurt yourself. If you're in the middle of basketballs with your husband and the first thing you want to do is leave voice notes and you leave in text message, you will collect. I'm letting you know right now, okay? Yep. Let's keep going. So you sent it to Tawa. Growing up, they recorded me and sent it to Tawa. You denied it. You never knew Tawa before, but I wouldn't be surprised if you have been talking to her behind me prior to your husband's passing. But according to you, you took her number from your mother's phone so as to conspire against me. Wumi, I refuse to be silenced this time. Tawa is my enemy, and you choose to use Tawa against me. Stick to your Aloba and Adebanjo. You're not related to that family. You are a snake, period. Anyway, I'm going to come to the chat in a second. Let me read some of these comments real quick. This is rough. This is rough. All right, so what the comment here says, Mohbad, nice one. No peace for the wicked. Until the family confess what happened, there shall be no peace for them. Okay. Someone said Mohbad said it that Wumi all know no peace if he dies. Now waiting we they see now, because so people are using this to say Wumi knows about the passing of her husband. So this is what happens. You don't know what God has done for you if your family is organized. That's true. But it's beyond that. It's about when crisis happens, do you know what to do when crisis and conflict happen? It's going to happen in every family. So stop the family's organized thing. It's cute, okay, but crisis will happen in every family. It's about, do you know what to do with it when it happens between you and your husband or your wife? That's what this is about. Karimo should work on her knuckles, please. Jesus, oh my God, the only thing people see here is knuckles. Jesus Christ. Mohbad came from a wrong family and married into a wrong family. They then ended up with the wrong lyrical label. Rest easy, sweet boy. Mohbad is a good and blessed man, but you see the family he came from, they're nothing to write home about all. Now, in that respect, I understand. But, that man's legacy is untouchable, in my opinion. God will help this girl. She's fighting forces from her husband's house. And now, from her mother's house. God of widows will help you, Wumi. Mohbad them say, make you no sleep. Calm them, go sleep. Disturb them all, anyone involved in your early exit from this world. No grief for any of them. Wahala. Another angle. So people will start interpreting all of this from their own side of the brain that works. All of this has nothing to do with nothing, by the way. But I want you to see how people think. They completely think completely irrelevant. Right? Completely irrelevant. But anyway, I mean, they don't blow powder to these people. Yes, I see. God have mercy. Anyway, yeah, God have mercy. Let me stop. I don't know, y'all. This Ofemanu people don't like speaking general language that people different race will understand. I don't know. The secret that they keep will soon come out. Okay, we shall see. In modernization, he will keep pressuring them. He also said, you guys have been doing this to people, but I will be your last. Oh. So people are interpreting as some kind of spiritual fight from Mohbad himself. So much can go wrong with bad parenting. This lady needs therapy. Fact. That's the one person that really got this, okay? Because at the end of the day, I have to look at what she's saying. She's the one talking, right? What does she do with herself when she finds herself in crisis? This lady needs therapy. I wonder how she's treating her mom over there. Yes. She literally just say, yeah, to her mother. Listen, we don't make that up just because you're upset in the moment. That is who you are. It might not be your fault, but something is there between that mother and that daughter. I decided to stood by you. Leave the Oyinbo alone. I beg. Leave the Igbo alone. Please, why do we have to know about this? Kai, Nawa. Anyway, let me come to the chat. The chat is long at this point because you guys obviously are going in. Yeah, it's real. Jesus, Chinye Coke Knuckles. You saw that too. I didn't see that. I don't believe this fight between Wunmi and her sister has anything to do with Mohbad's spirit not giving them peace. People will believe what they want to believe. They believe from the side of their brain that works, remember? But you're right. I don't believe it too. What story? Gist me, I beg. Wait, what story? Why would Wunmi reveal the childhood story Auntie Karimot told her? She hurt her sister. Well, that's the trouble. That's what happens. But clearly, the sister was not capable of helping her sister. She should have she should have slowed down a little bit. Maybe after the first time on Daddy Free, she should have slowed all the way down. Now, after this right here, she's going to get dragged. And she's not going to stop. And that's the way it works. It's going to be a vicious cycle. She won't be able to stop. It will take everything for her to stop. Almost impossible. We are all confused though. We don't know why they are fighting. She's not saying anything. She's just cursing. No, she said it. She said she wants credit. She said she wants credit for linking them with Falana. But one thing we can take away from it is that there's no reason that's big enough that's connected to Mohbad. It has to be they have troubled relationship in the first place. Okay? And that's what people do when you go through crisis. This is the lesson, okay? When you go through crisis and your sibling that you already had issues with in the past, they might jump into the matters and try to protect you in the name of they try to protect you from your husband, from your wife. They don't know what they're doing. They're going to make matters worse for you if you don't seek professional help. Okay? See, they mean well. Like okay, this is another case of, good intentions in the poto. We will never know all the way 100% of what went down there. in their family? We'll never know. Okay, but these are the lessons we can take from that. Does that mean you can't talk to your sisters? I'm just saying be careful. Be aware that they might be trying to help you. They want to help you. They mean well, but they're not capable of helping you. And it will feel good that they want to help you initially, because it's like the first time in a long time that somebody is taking sides with you. The issue is never going to be as simple as taking sides with you, right? And that's what this issue is. So I'm kind of like comparing it. It's not an issue between Wunmi and her husband now, but it's an issue between her and a bunch of bloggers and strangers. She tried to protest maybe against Naira Marley. That's why she jumped in the issue earlier on. But this, when was the last time we mentioned? How many times have I mentioned Naira Marley and Sam Larry on this live stream right now? How many times? Tell me. Before this one I just said, how many times have I mentioned? That's how life works. It's sad, but that's how life works. It's an evolving thing. And if you don't realize that, yep, this issue is definitely more than what she's saying. They probably have a deeper family issue than we know. Fact. Thank you, Bingwe. Bingwe, how now? How you doing? I was surprised when I saw this video. Her issue because Wunmi said that she did not introduce her to Falana. How can that be an issue? I'm confused. That's what she's claiming. That's what she's claiming. If that's the actual only one issue, it's very simple. She just, if that's the only issue, she just forgive her sister. Just like she will already, if the sister is happy and leveraging the relationship with Falana, she will be that will be enough to make her happy. But now she wants credit. Yeah, she is disappointed. Sorry, oh sorry. So is this issue that she introduced Falana? That's what they're claiming. That's what they're claiming. But what are they even fighting about? Waiting happen, go. You might never know. We'll find out. If you go find the audio, which I don't have the audio now, to tell you a little bit. You know the audio that triggered, but something else is getting triggered that you might never find out. Okay. Isamor says, can we agree that this lady is immature? Before go. But you know, adults, quote unquote, matured adults will act like this when they don't know what they're doing. If they're using common sense, they will act like this. Okay. What did Wunmi do to her for her to come out in the open to fight her? She's already through a lot. Like this is a woman who just lost the widow, right? She should be in the position where she's still being protected, right? But how did her sister, who claimed to be protecting her, jump out right now and start attacking her, called her all types of Olori Buruku and stuff? You on a normal day, can you call your own sibling Olori Buruku? If you can, there's problems. Okay, you need to talk to a therapist about that. Okay. I don't like this for them. Their Molebi should call them Marriott. Now, so Marriott, I saw you making fun of my translation. May God forgive you. All this shakara on the internet is empty talk. This is real, okay? This is as real as it gets. All right, you're probably just seeing the tip of the iceberg. Please, Najoko, MOP and Auntie Karimo are doing literal translations. They need to work harder for. Yeah, I was doing that. I've been tagged monster in-law because I refuse to physician and fight big sis. Listen, this is real. My translation is C+ today. See, I know I saw something like that. May God forgive you. Wunmi already have enough dragging online. So if you were to, let me ask you a question. In terms of the authenticity of how wanting to protect Wunmi, if you were to scale it on what you just saw, on a scale of 1 to 10, how authentic was she when she was trying to protect Wunmi? Was she trying to protect Wunmi, or she was fighting for herself? It was a sense of identity that she felt, connection to Wunmi. She felt cheated. People will do this, I'm telling you. Your mother would do it. She will be a mother-in-law, she will do it. If you're a mother-in-law, you will do this until you are self-aware. If you are going to become a mother-in-law in the future, you will do it. Okay? Until you engage it from a place of self-awareness. You will find yourself inside of it before you realize that, wait, I think I just become what I don't want to be. It will happen first. I know. You don't want me to curse you. Intentionality straight in the pot. Listen, I know because I have experience around this, okay? But anyway, I got one more that I want to cover around this whole story. Let me know your thoughts about this. If you have more information about this, because I agree with everybody in the chat. Reality is I'm confused. I know there's more to why she's fighting her on the internet like that. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, and yeah, I'll be right back.